Man, this video does not get any easier. How many times I have to do this? So, this content and video is very uncomfortable for me to say, but I must because uh, this been gone far too long, and people flood the marketplace in the YouTube land, and destroying uh, good people, man, good lives. That's gonna hurt other people, and I cannot stand by that shit that people say, right? So usually I talk about law of attraction, personal development, helping people become aware about things that they didn't know exist, especially for spiritual people, psychic and law of attraction, because I know that there's a lot of fluff. I don't care if you're spiritual or psychic or law of attraction. There will always well be more to learn. So last night I was listening to a video and I disagree with what I click on it because of the title, right? And I click on it and I was like, let's see what the person said. And right after this, she's teaching people how to fuck up life, how to fuck up good guys, right? If the, so there's a lot of percentage of guys are not really that great, but there's a percentage of guys who is really great for you. Or you know how like women say that there's no good men out there, or no good where guys said there's no good women out there, because in between there's some fucked up people who fucking up life. And so I'm giving this content to help good people to become aware about this, because I'm targeting nerds and geek, because I know nerds and geek want love too, right? Because I was shy, right? And I didn't know how to express myself to the person I love, right? And it hurt me the most. So I know how that feel, okay? I know how that feel. But for me, let's talk about it. When you say things, you shouldn't say be your best interest and do all this. That's selfish, right? Like people say men are using women, but they don't know that vice versa, women could be using men, right? People don't look at the both side of the world because they have gender issues, right? For me, I look at both sides because we have masculine and feminine within us, right? Usually, entrepreneur when they're going out there, build the business, producing content, producing videos, that's masculine energy, right? That's take a lot of energy and effort. So that's putting forth spirit warrior mode. That's a warrior, right? You're trying to conquer, right? While feminine energy, it's very nurturing. It's very caring in nature. You care, and that's very caring. So you combine it. That's like building a business, right? You're going out there and build it, but you have feminine energy where you care and nurture for your business, and you love the business. You combined it, right? So I look at both sides. I don't look at for me, I'm a guy, right? But I look at both sides. I always do. No matter how much whether law of attraction, spiritual, I always look at both ways. Both I always want to combine both. I never want to go to extreme. But since she's a woman and she go to extreme to her other guys, but she don't know about other guys who are nice and kind, who are nerds or geek trying to have a great relationship with someone else. And so most of the time, people flood the marketplace with either stupid ass fucking pickup artist shit, and I dislike, I hate, all these stuff where these people are hurting other people, whether it's a fuckboy or a player, right? And these principle does not harmonize to having a great relationship. Just fucking playing around with people's heart, and I do not like that. And I listened to it, and I was like, no, I must tell the truth. Like this, this fucking shit that people put out on the marketplace, unfollow them. Like unfollow that does not equal, like, if you were learning, you want to learn, if you want to get married or where, you don't learn from these type of people, right? Unfollow them, unsubscribe to them, right? You don't want to follow these toxic ideas. It could destroy you, right? And so for me, I have three books in front of me, right? Laugh Your Way to a Better Marriage by Mark Hernger, and then For Men Only, for um, There's a reason why women always say there's no good men out there because they've been hurt by men. Same thing, vice versa for guys who are nice guys, vice versa, right? Nice guys who get hurt by women, but they're kind and loving, right? And they said there's no good women out there because they've been used and like that. So let's talk about this something that. So long time ago, I want to tell you a story. When I was working at Sakura Japanese restaurant, I liked this girl. Usually people was like, so this was like back in 2011, right? I liked this girl, right? And this way before I get into personal development, but I liked this girl, and of course she wouldn't like me. But and then one day she told me something that I didn't understand why, and she told me this that so wait, did I say she was Spanish? So she was Spanish. She's not Asian. Weird, right? You'd be like, wait, what? Johnny you liking Spanish girl? Okay, look, I'm not. But the the girl, the Spanish girl, she told me this story. She said that she don't want to fall in love again. Why? Because she'd been hurt um, by the guys, right? The guy, she told me the guy, he was making a bet, right? That he can make her fall in love with him and be her boyfriend and to do it her to for make a bet with his friend, right? And um, and she was hurt by that, and she was a good girl, right? So that has the potential to hurt other people, right? So these people who tell you these things hurt good kind people from opening their heart to good kind of heart other people to love. But these people are flooding the marketplace, so she never opened her heart. So because she was afraid to be hurt or to love again. So another one that I hate the most is if you don't love the person, and I don't believe in this bullshit. Like for me, I have morals and principles, right? I have morals and principles. There are things that I do, and there's the things that I don't want to do or do, right? I'm not gonna have sex with strangers. That's not my principle. I hate that fucking shit, right? If I don't love you, and if I don't have like my whole heart is not into you, forget it. Don't come near me. Don't touch me. Like that's not being rude, right? Like I have boundaries with my physical body, right? Just like people have physical boundaries with them, but like people don't understand. Like it doesn't matter. Sex, like if you want to have sex with everybody, that's not really good person. You don't have good morals. People say, oh well, it's their own body. They do what they want. I just don't want to be with you if you have sex with so many guys. At one time, so most people think that most men want to have sex, right, all the time. Or most men just want to go after a girl, want to have sex, right? That's what most people think. But if they're a good person and they want to have a good relationship with you, no, they don't, right? They want to create something beautiful with you. So one time when I was back in, what was it, 2010, 9 or 10, right? There was, before I ever, let me say 2009 or 10, I remember there was the day, right? There was this guy. He told me something that I was like, what the fuck did he say? So this before I ever, oh no, okay, so I remember that day when my friend was celebrating, right? Celebrating, like all my friend. We were in like the kind of like between like where they have the smoking porch area, where they do the smoking, and I told my friend that I have a girlfriend now, right? And they were dancing and happy. And I was like, wow, that's the first time. That's pretty cool. But there was this guy. He liked her, or not really. He just wanted to get with her just to have sex, right? And so um, I sat down with him. No, well, I don't know what happened, but he sat down with me or whatever. I don't remember. And he told me this, and I was like, "What the fuck you talking? I'm not there just to do that. Why are you saying this?" So he told me, he's like, "Did you have sex yet?" I was like, "What the fuck?" In my mind, I was thinking about that. right? In my mind, I just want I just want to love the person that I love. Just do romantic things like holding hands and doing a couple of things or kissing or something, right? And so this person, now I don't want to say it, but it's a black person, and he told me that, and I was like, but that was the same black person who do things, and I dislike what he did to my ex, and I'll try to protect her all the time, right? Because this guy is rude as f, man. I was pissed at this guy, but he says something that I hate. It's like people who go into a relationship just to have sex with you, they don't love you. They just want to put their thingy thing in thingy thing, right? And they don't love you, right? So that's some bullshit that people have in their mind. But there are good people who just want to have create relationship with you. They care about you. They love you, right? But so these principles are hurting the chance of good, kind-hearted people, nice people that care about you to give you something beautiful, the experience that you should have, not with these type of mindset that people should not have. I think that that's I dislike it. I hate it, right? Because I have morals and principles that go against what I believe. Um, that's pretty much it that I have. So be careful what you listen to these type of men. Whether they talk about because there's sides where they have women and men, right? Where men say where women say that you should do this to men and use them, while other men should be saying alpha. I don't give a shit, right? That's not a fucking good idea, right? I don't care if that's fucking alpha or whatever, and that's not a good idea, right? You shouldn't go after people to have sex. That's a fucking wrong idea. You should go relationship because you love the person, you care about the person, you want to be with them. That's it. That's my thought for the day. Like that doesn't like that's not coming from a very loving place. That's very because you have hatred because you because I'm siding with the nerds and the geek and the good people, right? And the good people, they're the one who you want to be with, not these fucked up people, right? Think about that. I want you to let this sink in for today. Think about who you follow online, right? Think about this. That's all I got.